All right. Well, 10:09 a.m. and I am out of the Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints service. I have to say it was very inspiring. I was quite late, and a family outside was kind enough to help me know when it was a good time to enter because I would have been entering during sacrament. I probably came in more than 15 minutes late. But I finally got in and was there for the service, and I've got to say, the part of the service I saw was young people testifying about their mission. But the most profound impressions were that the couples were very affectionate, the husband and wife couples, and there were lots of children, and the children were being themselves, but it was all so wholesome. It was such a wholesome family scene with really good, just these people were playing at a high level of what's really important in life. And yes, they were all full of faith. And I see now that this faith really can help people deal with life. A good faith, being by good, I mean a wholesome faith that brings out the better qualities in people, is really so helpful in compared to what I see people doing with their lives who have no faith. They are just drawn into all this petty stuff. But these people, they're raising up good families. They're raising up to see the way the children, the older children, were supporting the younger children, and the parents were supporting the children, and the grandparents were. I didn't see the grandparent children interaction as much because these were intact families. These were women who were in their role of being mothers, and men who were in their role of being husbands and caregivers and providers. It all felt really, really wholesome. So I like it. I like it. I didn't get this stuff about the Book of Mormon, and I still have huge doubts about this whole Book of Mormon guy. But I could see they also were, sharing my high regard for Jesus Christ, which is very heartening. Uh, and I could see they were making a wholesome world, really, as best they knew how. Sure, they might be being taken advantage of by the people who are manipulating the top hierarchy of their church. Probably all the churches are subject to that kind of corruption. And, you know, yes, that's a problem, but it's not as they weren't as sick and screwed up as the people who've abandoned religion and end up embracing the state and the so-called liberal state. Really not liberal, but so-called liberal ideologies. Um, they're being manipulated too, and it's much darker and less wholesome. The world they're producing, the it's not as good of a way for children and for people to go. So I think this is cool. This is really cool, and I'm glad I did it. And I have to check them out again sometime somewhere else. I could stay if I were really wanting to. I think there's a second one, and I could do their whole sacrament thing if I wanted to stay around till like 11:30 their time or something like that. So I might do that, but I think now I'm going to go back to camp and walk in the petrified forest and do things with my friends, and not and be part of their world too. Not just throw myself wholly into this religion thing, although it is Sunday and it's my day of worship. So I reserve the right to come back here at 11:30 and do it again, but I think I'll hike with my family. I'm going to go give my wife a squeeze and tell her how nice it was to see these couples so affectionate in church. All right, that's it for now.